once I told her, like, I'm like, I don't have that shit. I'm like, I'm telling you, I've had this before in my throat. I've had this before in my eye. I know that I don't have what you're saying.
Because you're an antisocial son of a bitch that doesn't hang out with nobody.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm a fucking nerd, bro. Like, look at my background. Like, come on. Like.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Talking Trubbish. I'm your host, Matthew, and I'm here with my buddy Jacob. As always, what is going on, buddy? It is a new week. We missed the week, but that is for good reason, because we were fucked up.
Yeah, fucked up to say the least. Yeah, no, that I mean, I don't know the details too much of your case, but I know that you were like almost in the same boat as me. But I was just like in bed dying. I think I missed I worked remote first day Monday, then I was off because I just got worse on Tuesday, Wednesday. I was like, I can't, like, I need to rest. Like, I need it, right?
Yeah.
And then I think funny story about that, which I don't mind sharing this whole my doctor visit because dude, you saw what I told you on text message, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, how sway? Like, I don't get it. Like, what the fuck is going on? But it made sense. Everything clicked. I don't know. Like, this is gonna be like, maybe I'll send you the reference to this. But essentially, they always say this in the soccer realm that whenever Messi is playing, they favor him, and the refs are like, oh, if like Messi goes like, hey, this guy needs a yellow card, right? They give him a yellow card, right?
Yeah. Like they just they dick ride for them. They protect them a little bit, right?
Yeah. And so in the World Cup, there was a scenario where Messi was running and they were going against Netherlands back in the last World Cup, and there was a play. Messi was running, and one of the Netherlands players kicked the ball, and Messi just put his hand up, hit it with his hand purposely to stop it. That's an automatic yellow all the time.
Right, yeah.
And they just blew the whistle, and like Messi was complaining, and then they're like, oh, no yellow card. And then the player had this expression, right? He's like getting mad, and when he said no yellow card, he looked at Messi and he just smirked, and he's like, I already know why this is happening. So anyways, I forget. I just got sidetracked this so hard on that. But so, like, having the realization, like, what is going on? Like, I see what's going on here. That little smirk, Van Dijk, I think was the player's name that did that. Like, it's a meme where he's he's like smirking like and shit, right? And that's the meme that I want to like put in this scenario where when I realized what was going on after not even my doctor, because it was just like I needed an emergency doctor because my doctor's always booked. So I needed one the next morning. I'm like, okay, I just need to go there. I'm like, hey, I got this. Just give me the antibiotic. Last time I did that, doctor gave it to me. Cool, we're good.
Is it like urgent care or something that you go to?
No. It's like complete specialist service care. I think that's what it's called. CLS, something like that.
Okay.
Point is, there's a bunch of doctors in that facility, but my doctor is Cuban. As anyone knows, Cuban doctors are fucking amazing. And he is like tier 1, like, you know, like he would, like, every time I've recommended him to go to like somebody to go to him, they love him. It's kind of like when we talked about the Cairo with your friend. So anyways, point is, he's always booked, obviously for a reason. And it's funny because he got brought in by the main doctor that's like owns the whole thing, and he gets booked more than her. So this is how you know he's fucking good. He's legit. So anyways, points, I couldn't get him until literally Wednesday morning, and I'm like, bro, my ear, I had an ear infection. My ear infection, like, fucking, it hurts. I don't know if you've ever had an ear infection.
It's debilitating.
Whenever I ate, like, I don't know if it was for you like this, whenever I ate, bro, like, it fucking destroyed. I could barely eat. Like, it hurt my ear, swollen tonsil, like, it was bad. And I'm like, dude, I can't eat. Like, this is like, I'm fucking, I think it's called like or something like that, a little liquid like thing where like it gives you like all the vitamins and things that you need.
Okay.
It's like whenever
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, it's like whenever like, I think it's like for babies. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but like it has like it's good. Their vitamins, everything that you need like with the meal. But it's I still am left hungry after that. So like I was stuck on like oatmeal and like fucking Ensure for like a day and a half or so.
Mhm.
Anyways, point is, I'm like, dude, I can't do this. Last time I was like out for like 2 days and a half, and like I'm not gonna repeat that. So I'm like, I need to go there immediately. I'm just gonna tell them what I have. Last time I did that, they're like, okay, cool. Like here you go. Like wrote this prescription. I went to get it, took it. A day later, I was good. Shit went
Right.
down. Anyways, point is, I don't know. You can tell much, but like I have a sty and it's still there a little bit. It's
Okay.
kind of like recovering still. And point is, she for some reason associated this as an infection, eye infection, okay, and
Okay.
I have ear infection, and I'm skipping a couple parts, but I want to get to this part, and I'll explain the previous things before
Okay.
that led up to this point. She told me, oh, like given the symptoms that you have of a ear infection and a eye infection or something like with the eye, which again she didn't call it a sty, she called it more of like a eye infection.
Okay.
Those combinations lead me to believe that you may have this virus that's called like the Hanta like virus or something like that. Like, and I'm like,
The new shit?
yes.
Like the one from the boat that's
The
still...
one that is no fucking cases in Florida, and then the moment she said that, I did the little meme that I told you with the player, where I was like, "There's no
fucking
way,
patient zero over here."
There's no fucking way. I'm like, my God,
yeah,
I don't
said everybody who was in your position, man. It's not me. I'm not the one who has it,
bro. I look. I'm not even lying to you, bro. I fucking chuckled. Like I chuckled. I made it known that I chuckled, and I'm like,
yeah.
I was like that. I was like, I looked at her. I'm like, no. I'm like, I know that. I'm like, ma'am, I get styes like maybe like 2-3 times a year.
Okay.
This is normal. I know this is really weird. Maybe it's not normal for other people, but like I fucking for some reason I do. And I have an ear infection maybe like once or twice a year too, which is random. Unless if I take care of myself, it's just once a year.
Really?
Yeah, because I have. Not to go too much into details, but my tonsils like gather a lot of bacteria, and it connects to my ear.
Dude, it's so weird how it all interconnects.
Dude,
okay, that
crazy.
makes sense. Okay.
Anyways, so when she said that, bro, I made that meme fucking like I was just like, bro, I already know what's going on. Like you guys are getting. I'm gonna go into this. Doctors are already fucking getting told to fucking tell people that they have this virus as if like whether you have a cold, whether you have like a fucking broken ankle, you're gonna have this virus. Like I've never heard in my life that this combination that I happen to fucking have. Keep in mind, it's just a coincidence that I have both of them.
Sure, but it's also like a second once in a lifetime virus that has a high mortality rate allegedly, but
and I'm fine now. Keep in mind, when she started to like name like all these things that she was gonna give me, like boom, boom, boom. I think it was like 5, right? Keep in mind, I came out of there with like 3 of them, which one of them was just like for ear drops, like for the ear infection, and the other one was for like kind of like Tylenol was stronger, and the other one was for the I guess antibiotic, right?
Okay.
She was like Florinese, something like that, like with the floor something. It was like that's what she originally named. And once I told her, like I'm like, I don't have that shit. I'm like, I'm telling you, I've had this before in my throat. I've had this before in my eye. I know that I don't have what you're saying.
Because you're an antisocial son of a bitch that doesn't hang out with nobody.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm a fucking nerd, bro. Like, look at my background. Like, come on. Like, so the fact that like, yeah, so like it's funny because once I said that, like, keep in mind, she was like rude and very like dry the whole time. Like, she's like no emotion, like no smiling, no like.
Just this like, isn't also your like usual doc too.
No, it's not. Like... It's same office, different doctor.
Okay.
Point is, I'm gonna complain to my doctor about this girl, like this woman, because I'm gonna be like, hey, I need you to read my shit. Like, do you know about this? Like, the combination. I'm gonna ask him too. But keep in mind, like, I don't go around any cruises. There's no cases in Florida when the time happened of my sure. But like, it makes no sense. You can't just get it out of thin air.
It's like, I think it is at this point right now, listeners. I think they said it's only like physical contact, and it's like direct bodily fluid type thing. So I think it's like very hard to transmit.
Either that
asterisk,
and if I do have it, I guess I'm fucking like immune to it because I'm not. Look at me,
Superman. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so.
Yeah.
What can I say? But dude, the whole time, the whole experience of that visit was like, gave me like, I was just left very, like, I don't want to say disappointed, but like, I was definitely upset. I was definitely annoyed because on top of that, okay, whenever you get blood work, what is the protocol that they tell you to do whenever you're getting blood work at your general physician's doctor?
I mean, I just had my annual physical, so I mean, they said they want me to show up like in the morning, not eat anything, no coffee.
Okay, exactly. So keep that in mind. That is the protocol that I get told, like fasting. You can't eat in the morning. Usually something like, so she's like, so I see in your chart that you haven't, like, let me just pretend. So I see here in your chart that you haven't
role play this. Okay.
So here I see here in your chart that you haven't gotten a physical, or not a physical, you haven't gotten any blood work in a minute. Like, I think we can take care of that right now. And I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, I thought I had to be fasting. She's like, no, you don't have to be fasting because it's been a long time. And I'm like, well, I don't think it matters if it's been like 2 months or if it's been a year. I think you need to be fasting so it's accurate.
Yeah. I've had both. I've had both. But more often than not, it's always been the first one where it's like they recommend fasting. But the labs that I had that ended up costing me like $500 and shit, like that was like done right after my like an afternoon appointment, and I ate 4 hours before. So I don't know, maybe.
But it's I think it's actually a fact that it is more accurate if you're fasting, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, I think the reason why is because like they're taking your blood and they're analyzing that.
They're analyzing.
If you eat something super fatty, you have a lot of like extra lipids and shit. They do this same thing for
that's what I'm saying.
Like plasma donating too. It's like if you eat a lot of like greasy or fatty foods, your plasma comes out murky.
Shit.
So I'm assuming that would kind of be like the same, like, especially when they're testing like lipids and shit, if my science is correct, like that it would spike if you've had like a double cheeseburger from Culver's,
your
like,
cholesterol level, like sugar, like all this stuff would not be accurate, which this is what you're trying to do, especially if you haven't had a blood work in a long time. We want the more accurate. Dude, I'm not a doctor, bro, but like, come on, like I feel like I feel like they're just trying to finesse. Like,
well, I mean, we had this conversation too, where it's just like, I guess my counter question is, how old was this doctor?
She was probably like in her high 40s, low 50s.
Okay, yeah. So I guess that kind of still goes to our like generational thing too,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, and like, dude, like I was just like so upset because on top of that, keep in mind, I told you the last time I went, I told them like, hey, I have this, this, and that, and they're like, okay, I'll give you what worked for you last time. This woman goes like, no, I don't think that will work for you, and I'm like, ma'am, I have the same fucking feeling that I had before, and this medicine helped me in a day. She's like, no, I don't think that's it.
She's trying to doctor explain to you, like,
and I'm like, I get that you're a fucking doctor, but like, I'm like, I was about to like be like, you're just not checking the boxes of like you being competent enough to do what you're doing right now. Like, it just doesn't seem like she cared, and that's what I think it is. She had absolutely zero
empathy.
Yes. Like, I'm like, I can't eat, and then on top of that, she's like, okay, because like she was gonna give me antibiotics and stuff like that, and then she's like, okay, I can give you liquid antibiotics if you like, and I'm like, bro, last time I took liquid antibiotics when I was like a fucking kid. Yeah. So and now I'm like, all right, you know what, whatever, we'll take the liquid. Like that's the only thing that she actually obliged in.
It's like,
but, like
faster acting though, right?
Yeah, I feel I definitely felt.
Still tastes like shit.
Yeah, no, it definitely tastes like shit. It smelled, and I was like, ugh.
I think just a little side tangent here. I think childhood medicine has single-handedly like ruined the flavors cherry and grape for me.
Oh yeah.
So like
cherry,
it's like I am actively as a mid 30-year-old rewiring those like flavor connotations in my head, because like even like a red drink, if it says cherry in it, I naturally will have an aversion to it. Same with like grape soda. If it says grape in it, I'm like avoiding it if it's purple. Even though like it doesn't taste anything like the thing. It's just a mental block I have.
Dude, that's funny because like I legitimately, when I drink like red Gatorade, I avoid it. And they're like, oh, here are the flavors. I'm like, nope, yellow, blue, like anything but red.
Yeah.
Plus, it does give you that little red on the tongue, and I fucking hate that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's just like I don't get, dude. That they need to change. That's just not natural. Like I don't care what you got to do. Like, my tongue should not be like lasting like bright ass fucking red
Blue,
5
red.
hours after I drank something. Like where I have to take like a scraper to get that shit off, dude. Like
I'm like freaking brushing the teeth, and I'm like, I can't get it out. I'm like, gosh, this is so annoying.
I know. I like brush my teeth and I spit and it's just red, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, has that ever happened to you where, I know it's like a tangent right now we're going in, but has it ever happened to you where like you drink something red and you completely forget about it, and you're brushing or you spit and you're like, oh fuck, I'm bleeding. Like I'm like, that happened too much. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, and then like after a while I'm like, oh wait, I drank that. I'm like, dude, I was like about to fucking freak out.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I bleeding?
I'm like doing this whole like, do I taste iron?
Yeah, dude, that's freaking hilarious. But anyway, so yeah, I ended up getting blood work done because she's like, I'm like, I'm gonna trust you because you're a fucking doctor. You have the degree. I'm gonna trust you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna lose anything. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna tell my doctor, my general doctor, be like, hey, this homegirl over here fucking did blood work and was not accurate. If anything, we can do it again, but I don't trust the results that she did. Because I don't recall that morning if I had eaten like oatmeal, if I had ate something. I forget what I had.
Well, hold on here. Like, what did the results come back? Were they like good down the middle? Then we trust them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I think there was like once I didn't understand. There was like a couple things where it said it was like a little bit over the normal thing. I just don't remember right now at the moment.
Was it like cholesterol or something?
I think it was,
that shit.
Yeah. I was like, cholesterol. I'm like, bitch, I've been eating fucking soup for like a week.
I know, but like cholesterol is one of those things that they just say is high all the time. It doesn't like mean anything, you know?
I'm like, bitch, I'm going on a diet right now. I'm like fucking just eat air right now.
You're like, I am on a diet, damn it.
I'm like, I'm ready to die. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, I'm so cooked at this point. I know. I'm like, I guess I'm just mad that I'm like, dude, I'm ready to die. Don't tell me I need my cholesterol.
I got a weirder question to ask about doctor's appointments, because this is something that didn't happen to me this time, and it made me think, because in your annual physical, the cough to the left portion of it like, does that not happen to you anymore as an adult?
Wait, okay, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. I
Have you ever had a
physical.
sports physical?
A long time ago, like long time ago.
When you go to get your doctor, do they do like a hernia test where they like put their hand on your balls and they make you cough?
When I was younger.
Okay. I've had that from like, it's been, so I've gone to 2 annual physicals in the past like 5 years. And like the one that I went to previously, like still did that. This next one though, not at all. No blood work, like none of that. And I'm just like, well, they scheduled the blood work to be put out because I was like, I'm not
Mhm.
Gonna deal with that right now. But like, it just made me think about like, it was when you're used to a routine or you're used to something being done a certain way and then it's not, then that makes me think, was all the times in the past routine, quote unquote, or is that not like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, was this not necessary the whole time? Like
Bro, actually, that's a great question. It's like I don't want it to fall under
because
the
I
every.
don't want to also be like, hey, my man, like you, like get your hand down there, like you know what you got to do. Like I don't want to be doing that, if it's
Right,
like
right.
not necessary. But I also don't want to be like shorted on my health. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Yeah. I guess like that's a I don't know. Like I like how else like do doctors tell if like something's wrong with your testicles?
I mean, I think at this point as an adult, you would hopefully be like man enough to just like let a doctor know that you have some pain in your balls. Men,
Like is it
guys
supposed
listening
I
to
was
this
like
podcast, like if you have pain in your balls, go see your fucking doctor, point blank. Like,
yeah, I was like I mean if I do, I would definitely do it, but like I guess if you are you saying like if there is no pain in your balls then like
right, but here's the thing, is like you don't have pain in your ass, but like they still after the age of 45 check for your prostate, and it's like
is
this is the whole part about preventative medicine. And it's like, I know my insurance is getting shittier each year, but it's like, I don't know if like the hernia test is like taken out of my general insurance that I get at work or not,
yeah, that is I don't know. Like I said, last time that a doctor has done that routine, I probably was like probably in middle school to be honest with you, dude.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just like,
Maybe it's like a kid thing. Like maybe as a grown up, they're like, I'm not touching another man like grown up's balls. Like I don't know. Like is that a
yeah.
I
I
have
could see it being more of a thing for like the developmental thing, but like, I don't know, man. It just kind
yeah.
of threw me off because it's like, I
Mm.
don't go to the doctor regularly anyway, just because health insurance is fucked up in the US.
If you're outside of the
It just
US.
is what it is, But it's like, I also just am questioning things now because of the inconsistency now in healthcare that I've received across like
Yeah.
multiple different doctors. This isn't just like one doctor's office. This is like across multiple different ones. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, that was the main thing of this was the idea that doctors I don't want to be quoted, but it feels like what they did with COVID, where when and I'm okay with like sharing this that when my grandma passed away in Bolivia from a heart attack, they classified her as a COVID death.
Did she have COVID?
No.
Okay.
And because they're just trying to rack up their numbers again, that's just what I thought, and it made sense because I'm like, to my knowledge, at least that I don't know, maybe is COVID associated with the heart attack? She also was very overweight.
So in lieu of not going down conspiracies, which is not what this, I mean, like,
I
I want
mean,
to so bad. The one thing I will say though, and I do like, I like to like think about all like the conspiracy theories or quote unquote, or like all these things that happen. When it comes to the reporting of the numbers though, I will say that I think the padding of numbers could be a thing. The one instance that I do know for a fact is at the beginning, there was a lot of deaths that were related to COVID that they didn't have the capability to diagnose things at the time. So I do know though that in the beginning stages, they were less likely to label things COVID. But as things went on, they expanded that bubble. But in Bolivia, I know that for America though. For
mhm.
Bolivia though, I don't know if that's the case, but I would think that the heart attack related to like being overweight is
Yeah.
also, from my understanding, a complication due to COVID. There was a lot of effects that happen because of the virus that weren't necessarily I'm sick with the virus. It causes a lot of things that were already issues in your body to be multiplied, which is why it was very dangerous. So I don't know. That's such a weird thing because it's like, yeah, it may, if she didn't have COVID.
She wasn't sick.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not going to argue against you, man. That's fucked up, you know?
Yeah. Either way, I mean, like the point of it, like, I mean, it's been years, so I'm okay with, like, obviously talking about it. But
that's
like,
still a loss, though, man. I'm
yeah,
sorry
yeah,
about that.
I appreciate that. I think it's just like it upset me more, and that's like why, like, and then the reason why I say this is like it's been like a proven fact. Like, I feel like it's like facts at this point where like it's not the only person that I've heard of these cases where like they're like they diagnosed me with this, and I'm like I really don't have it. Because like
a lot of minorities this happens to overwhelmingly more than white people.
Yeah,
is a decrease in quality of healthcare.
Yeah, that would make sense. But
this lady white.
Who? Which one?
Your
the
doctor.
one that just treated me. Yeah, she was. She was.
Can't trust none of them.
I'm like, you can only say that. I can't say that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But point is, like, I felt like flashback to the whole COVID thing where like doctors are already kind of getting like prepped to start saying this, and I'm like, I could be wrong, but it's just too many coincidences, dude. Like telling me that these two things are associated to that, like, bro, come on. Like I don't think I've ever. I respect my elders. I respect professionals. But dude, like I was like, no.
We're gonna flashback next week, and it's gonna be like we had to go on hiatus because Jacob got the full Hanta virus.
Hell no! Don't fucking say that. I'm like fucking knocking on wood right now.
Yeah, I'm not on wood too. I'm not on wood too.
No, but like that'd be like, oh shit. This episode ain't gonna go live if that's the case.
The cold open is just like the flashback, man. I ain't getting shit.
I don't got shit on my deathbed. Like,
1 week later.
Fucking that's funny. I saw that.
I'm gonna switch things up because I went down a rabbit hole that has kind of like really consumed my thoughts in terms of just absolute curiosity. At this point, when you think of Las Vegas, what comes to mind? Casinos, partying,
yeah,
gambling.
What's that one movie? The one with the Hangover. The Hangover. Yeah. That I think about that movie. Yeah.
You know, so when I think about Las Vegas, I think about everything else. I think about like, its location. I think about, like I believe it's closer to Area 51, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah. I think it's around that area.
The whole, like, Las Vegas is also, like, there's a bunch of conspiracy theories related to it. I'm stuck at home because my car was in the shop and I couldn't, like, get a rental. So I'm, like, trying to, for one, just kind of figure out that situation, but two, I started going down like some rabbit holes, to de-stress, well, it's just like I cleared out my algorithm completely. Okay. And I just started fresh. Okay. And one of the videos that came on was about the Las Vegas mole people. Do you know anything about that? Mole people is what they said. No. So I was not aware of this. Underneath Las Vegas is a massive, and I'm talking fucking massive, series of tunnels that go at least 7 floors deep. Underneath all of Las Vegas. They're not all interconnected, but there's multiple channels and access points and everything. These are for better lack of terms, completely like abandoned by the city for whatever reason they were. I still have yet to find out like what the actual purpose of them originally was for, but the point is they don't have all the maps for all the tunnel systems that are underneath Las Vegas. And what's happening is there is thousands of people who live in the tunnels. Thousands.
Like
now? And it is the craziest thing. So this person went and was doing like sort of like a small like documentary of stuff and talking to some of the people about their experiences living in these tunnels. What brought you here? You know, and a lot of it is just like, you know, homeless people, like they lost their job, or like, you know, they tried to make it and like something happened, and it's just like that's kind of where they ended up.
Oh, wow.
But it's like you have all walks of life that have kind of all found their place somewhere in these tunnel systems, and it is the most fascinating environment for me. But what's more fascinating is all the conspiracy, horror, thriller things that the people who live there are all talking about. And what was really fucking crazy to me is there are people there that were saying, yeah, man, like there's people that have not seen the light of day in over a decade. Like we're talking like there's some people that were interviewed that have lived in these tunnels for 10 years, like 10 plus years.
That's fucking insane.
And just survived down there, and then like come up to the surface, sort of like scavenge and stuff, and like
and then go back
and go back down
like
for shelter and stuff, right?
Okay.
So before I get to the second like horror thriller part of it, the one thing though that happens in Las Vegas is a ton of floods. So
of course.
What happens is there's a ton of flash floods that have just kind of like gone through all these tunnels and trapped people inside, killed a lot of people, unfortunately, right? Because there's not a lot of warning. But that's one of the fears that these people have living there is, you know, the fear of flood. So there's a lot of vigilance going on with, you know, what's it looking like? You know, do we need to, you know, pop up? And again, I have no idea how they communicate, because this was like a 20-minute like documentary and shit. But one of the things that I found most crazy is they only went as deep as like the second or third level.
And this has seven.
When they got to the second level, every single person said, we do not go further down. They're like, there's some crazy shit that happens there. And you like, they're saying like, you hear sounds, you hear noises, you like, they're like, if you're there like in your tent sleeping, like you'll hear something come by, but like when you take your flashlight out, there's nothing, right? So it's like they have all these like horror-esque stories. The one thing that really like got my brain going though was somebody who was just like, yeah, one of the, like, he's just like, there's like, this place is like cursed. Like this is like a portal to hell that opened up. And he's just like, I've literally like looked down the tunnel in pitch black. He's like, you can't see anything. And he's like, this figure was blacker than black. You can see it perfectly move towards you in the hallway. Like, and I'm just like, what is that shit, dude? Like, holy fuck. But like, for me, just from like a creative standpoint, I'm like, what the fuck is this place? But it reminded me of like when they're talking about the people that have like been there and like haven't seen daylight, they're like, yeah, dude, like they have like gray skin and shit. Like, which makes sense because like you don't have any like sunlight and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, right? So they're like, they're just gray people like in the lower levels and shit. And it reminded me of the movie The Descent. that we had talked about a couple episodes about the cave diving chicks that like with that encounter like the cave dwelling motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like that's the image that I have of what's in the lower levels. Like, but the fact that like every single person that they came out was just like, do not go further in. And like, it wasn't like a no bullshit, like they're trying to gatekeep shit. Like they're like, I don't go in.
Yeah, they live there and they don't go further down.
They're like, hell no, you know?
Bro, that low-key kind of reminds me of also of like those not aliens, but those zombie looking things from I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Like the ones that they were in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And like they would just only move outside the sunlight.
Yeah. I just like, dude the
creep.
part of me wants to know what is down there. You know what I'm saying?
Send a
like,
little robot.
Fuck, dude, right? Like,
I mean, you can.
I know, dude, but like, oh my god,
a drone.
It needs to be quiet. No, here's the thing. It needs to be some stealth tech, right? Because you don't want whatever's there to know. You need it to have like LiDAR detection. So it can like map everything out and shit. But I want to know so badly what's down there. Because like, here's the thing that I found really curious. So the people that have been in the tunnels have obviously like escaped and survived multiple floodings. Like that is something that they talk about. It's like, I thought I was going to die. Like I got trapped in this thing. I found an air pocket and whatever. Mm-hmm. They're only from the first 3 levels. Like we have no idea like how people in the lower levels survive.
Right.
Essentially. Right. So it's like, I'm trying to get as much content about that because it just like, it just prompted so many questions and shit in my head, dude. And then like with all the disclosure and shit of like the government trying to like say that, like disclose the UFO shit, I'm like, I mean, I want to get into that, but it's just like a nothing burger, you know?
Yeah. Oh god, dude, that's insane. I would have never even known about that. Like, that is actually insane that's actually out there. And like,
I just think of like in an apocalyptic setting, right? You know, like we have World War III. They're gonna be the people that are fine. Like we're fucked. You know, like all the surface dwellers, they're gonna be chilling, dude.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's actually fucking insane.
But the tunnel system alone was just incredible. Like how vast it was. Like for me, I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, I'm honestly curious what the purpose of it is, because I know some of it has to do with water, like spreading out, but like, to what end? Because it's flat. So like, what are you draining into exactly?
Yeah, that's true. What the fuck?
And then if you're draining into an underground like channel, now we're opening up some underworld type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, yeah, I'm curious how it got to that amount of levels. Like, dude, that's insane. The fact that you ran into that, I'm sure, dude, and it's funny because like now that makes me think like, how many other things like are we not like in the known of, like that we?
How many other cities have massive tunnels underneath it that I have like the majority of people have no idea exist?
It makes
this isn't like a couple tunnels. This is like the entirety of Las Vegas.
Dude, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And and people just fucking ignore it. Like they just don't,
or don't even know that it's there.
Yeah.
Like they pan up and they show like through a grate. They're like, "Yup, that's the win over there."
That's the win.
Show people walking over the grate. You're just like the people walking have no idea that there's people living 25 feet down below them.
Bro, that's. I'd be curious to see. This is where like it would be awesome to have the Harry Potter cloak.
Yeah,
that, like, he's like
just cheat code, you know.
He's just trying to fucking record everything. Dude,
I know.
Oh man, dude, dude, at that point, like would it be safe to say that people are like mutated? Like those people.
They have to have something. I mean, there has been no studies done of like what happens to somebody when they've only like healthy eyesight, but they only have experienced the dark for like years. Nobody's done a study on that I know of, but I can't. I have to imagine your body tries to adapt somehow.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Has
and it's
to.
like somehow. And how it does, I don't know, but that's why I want, like, this is where I want our science money to go, bro. Like,
We want answers. We want answers.
I wanted to know the mole people, fam.
Bro, I don't. Oh man, like it like intrigues me, gives me like goosebumps, scares me a little bit of everything. It's like excitement, scared.
I know.
Dude, but dude, that's hilarious. I mean, I'm actually gonna try to see if I can look. You said it's a documentary, like
It's
on
a
it?
documentary. I'll send you the link when we're done here on it, and then I'll post it in the video. I am nervous to like post any links to videos because it's like I don't want this to be like I'm posting some like some right-wing conspiracy theorist that starts like the next like Minneapolis like bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't want it to be that. But I found this really fascinating, like tremendously fascinating, and I thought it was done very tastefully too. So it's like I feel like I have an eye for that. So I'll definitely post that in here because I'm like I want to know everything about it.
I got you.
It sparked. It really helped me creatively again this week. So it's like it was able to like really kind of like knock me out of sort of like the depression spiral that like you get in. You know,
distracted you a little bit.
Yeah. And it's like
that.
I think that is something that this week I really tried to challenge myself with is giving myself sort of like a distraction or like being okay with a distraction because I'm not wired for that.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of Magic, or like at least like diving into that realm some more. But besides that, just like enjoying a lot of really like stupid type of like long form content videos on like watching people play video games. I get, you know, like the we obviously like stream on Twitch and stuff, but the clipped down content of people who don't stream, but they play with their friends and then cut that content down is so funny to me because it's like, it's streaming without the streaming because you're not dealing with chat. You're not dealing with any of that bullshit. You know, it's just like you're like a fly on the wall to somebody gaming with all his friends and just talking mad shit. So it's like those are the type of videos that like I'm like going at. Smitty, the channel Smitty is one that I've been watching a lot of. It's just a lot of laughter. His cuts are hilarious, and it's just like weird fucking banter with him and his friends. They just do goofy shit in dumb games.
That sounds interesting. Actually, that's something fun to do. But I always catch myself watching POVs of vendors selling cards. I don't know. I enjoy it so much. Like, you know, making deals, me learning at the same time, enjoying like what people do, the deals that they do. Like I don't know what it is about that. It's just like learning from not like having to be there and like actually like it's funny because like if I do go to shows myself, I know how to make deals now. Like with vendors, right? Like it's beneficial to me in what I enjoy to do, as you can tell in my background because I have cards. But it's enjoyable. It's very enjoyable, and it's Pokemon.
One of the things that I find fascinating about the vendor POVs is I look at them from like a salesperson's perspective. I'm very cognizant of the tonality in which people talk. It's like something I unconsciously do is just kind of like analyze somebody's tone. But also because like I edit podcasts and stuff, like I listen to audio and how people talk and whether or not it sounds natural or not. And it's so funny. Like without fail, a lot of these people, you can tell when they know that they're like, this is for the clip and then when they kind of like drop character to like answer someone else's question, I kind of laugh at like that little personality switch too. But also, one of the things that kind of has humored me a lot is watching how certain content creators interact with kids. Because it like the spectrum ranges a ton, where it's like you have some people just kind of normally interacting with them, and then what really pisses me off the most is the people who go like way over the top, which is like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? And like it's like they talk down to them a little bit, and it's like I would encourage vendors to like stop talking down to a kid. Just a little like tip from the kid's perspective is like they will respect you a lot more if you like talk to them kind of like an adult. And then also your viewers will like your videos a lot more because you're posting more content about kid interactions because that's what gets clips. But I don't want to watch a vendor content creator if that's like, if I'm just hearing them like baby talk for 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I just like where the tone is the same all across. Like that's how you know it's like natural. That's how you know it's genuine. Like
I think Casual Coops does a really good job at that.
I don't know if I know who that is.
Or sorry, fuck. Coop's Collections?
Coop
Collection?
He has like orange, like red hair, right?
Yeah,
like,
I believe so.
Yeah, Coop's Collection. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He I like his content. Also, I don't know if you know BearDad.
That's who I had seen him interact with like a lot of kids and stuff because he does a lot of giveaways, which I do like. I just personally think that he needs to just like stop with, it's like he almost goes over the top a little bit.
I have noticed that at times, yes, where he does a little bit too much. Sometimes it's a little bit more natural, but I now that you mention it, I do notice that he does go a little extra sometimes. With kids for sure. But Coop, he's like stays like the same.
How do you feel about the amount of stuff that they give away? One of the things that I really admired about both of those content creators and vendors is that they almost unconsciously reject anything that monetarily benefits them, and they immediately like turn it to be something that they give back to their community. So like an example of this would be a lot of people have been like, hey, I have this extra card, like, and he'll immediately be like, I'll pass it on to like, a kid or something. Like, and he's got like a whole table behind him of just like stuff that people have brought to him to donate to people who are like looking at things at his booth. Mm-hmm. So like all the little kids and stuff, I've seen them been like, here, you want a free binder and stuff? And he's like, I got like 6 of them. And he's just like, pick one. And he's just like, deck of cards them out, and it's like the kids' eyes get all wide and they're like, well, like that's a cool thing too, but it's almost kind of unfair in my opinion to other vendors. Like that's not the point of vending, right?
Yeah, their purpose is different, I feel like, than what others do. Like there's another guy too, it's called like Pokeshon.
Okay.
He's on the come up too. Like he's the same vibes as BearDad and Coop's Collections, where he also like goes like, "Hey, we're gonna play a trivia game, and if you get it right," he's like, "Oh," the kid goes like, "Oh, I want this like $20 card," right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, we'll play a trivia. We're gonna play a trivia. We're gonna play guess this Pokemon or something like that. If you guess the Pokemon, then you get this card for free."
Yeah.
So like they do that stuff.
That I don't mind. I guess what I have a question on, because I'm not familiar necessarily with like how the vending scene goes for like the big conventions and stuff, but for me, if I was just like a normal card vendor, right? Let's say you're posting up shop. Maybe you have your camera up and you're recording for like your own content, right?
Sure.
But these people are live streaming, right?
Right.
And what's happening is they're having their community live donate
Right.
while people are going. And it's like, it almost seems like that should be its own section, because in some of these places, like these people have lines and shit. And
Yeah.
it almost seems like if you were like a kind of a smaller vendor, that would kind of like piss me off a little bit, because it's like, give me my space. You know, like if I was like near them and I see
it'd be
like,
annoying.
right. But
I think-
are they in like their own, like for
Yeah.
me, it almost seems like they should be like in a meet and greet type.
Every time I've seen a line for them, they're more excluded, like
Okay.
from everybody else.
Good. So they are kind of thinking about that. Okay.
Yeah, because you gotta make space also for the line, so it makes sense for them to have that. At least to my knowledge, they're the only two that usually are together, that always have a line.
I mean,
well.
they're cleaning up, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because you gotta think about it this way, right? Like they get donations, they get free stuff, even when the people like they're in person.
Yeah.
They get they monetize on YouTube already, so they're like they don't really mind too much of losing like $20, $50, $100 if it means more views to monetize on YouTube, because that's basically what is getting them like the money.
Yeah.
And they put it all across, not just YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. So you have 4 ways to monetize. and keep in mind, I saw a content creator that vlogs and he gets a lot of hate. Anyways, point is that he has probably a quarter of what they have in terms of following and all this stuff. He makes, I think, $8,000 across all social medias in a month. And he barely has nothing like of followers compared to them. So you can only imagine what they're making.
Okay, Jacob, you need to start fucking vending, bro. Like I'm just telling you right now. Like
I definitely am, and that's kind of why I'm like doing what I mentioned to you. I'm selling stuff so I can kind of concentrate like on doing like I'm waiting for that fucking once that thing comes out and I buy it, bro, like I'm telling you, locking in. Like I'm just telling you right now.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I need that camera. Like I need that camera. I was looking at it, I need it.
For listeners, we're trying to Jacob's trying to get the new DJI Pocket 4. Pro, the problem with that is because of Trump's tariffs, it can't be sold in the US. But it is sold elsewhere, and it's a fucking great camera.
Yeah. Amazing camera, to say the least.
I think I tried finding a Canadian manufacturer to ship it in, like, but it's like over $1,000, dude. It was fucking ridiculous, dude. I know. Whoa. I know. So I guess we're looking at other options, but I agree with you. I think you would fucking kill it. Being a vendor, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
I definitely would like to do it. I think I would like I've watched so many videos of people that are like startup, like my first year doing as vendor or things like that, and and that's why I like watching these things, because it gives me an idea of like what to expect, what not to fall under, not to get tricked, and all these things, like, kind of like what we used to watch with videos, like learning how to play Pokemon Go, tips and tricks.
I know.
So I mean, eventually that is the plan that I want to do, and it's almost like a second job, and eventually you like, it's crazy. These vendors, to give you a little perspective, since we're already talking about this, these vendors probably only work in the weekends.
Yeah.
And they probably prep Monday through Friday for the weekends, because the shows are usually Saturdays and Sundays, or sometimes Fridays if it's a 3-day thing, like Collecticons, trade cons, like all those big ones. Bro, imagine working 3 to 4 days a week on vending, like something that you enjoy to do, and you're already monetizing on what you're selling, vending, plus potentially monetizing down the road with social media with the big 4.
I mean, just think about like one day, right? Like just one of because it's like a weekend, right? Like these things are like 3-day things. So it's just like one day, 8-hour video you can cut down. So that's like one long video. You could make like 5 cut down short interactions of like sales and stuff. Those are more, dude, it just spirals super quick, man. Like, no wonder these people can like make all the content across all those social medias, you know?
Keep in mind, like, these shows are your 8-hour shifts on the weekends. Like, sure, like, maybe you can even potentially down the road miss a couple of like smaller shows. Like,
Right.
Like, the thing is, like, it's literally your maybe like 9 to 5, maybe 9 to 7 sometimes, you know. But point is, like, it's nothing compared to working your 9 to 5 Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
And sure, and you can maybe like even down the road, like, you edit your own stuff to start. Maybe down the road you can hire somebody else to edit your stuff. The point is, like,
Yep.
you can get clips from these full day shows on top of the full show, edit that, and then clips from that show, and that's already just one day.
I know. And you gotta run it back.
It's just like, dude, yeah, it just makes sense. If you have, like, I would strongly suggest that if you have the capital, you have the charisma, it's all about like having the initiative to do it and just the drive. And first of all, you gotta have some enjoyment to do it too, because like at that point it just becomes a job if you don't do it. If there's no enjoyment to do it, then it just becomes your 9 to 5.
It's not sustainable if you don't enjoy it, man, because being on your feet that long, like, if you hate it, man, you're just gonna fucking like die.
Yeah. Like, what I was gonna do, like, to start is, like, we know the guy Andre Pokehouse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him down the road, like, hey, let me come with you so I can see how it works.
Yeah,
and that's
just
it.
let me shadow you. Let me just like be your buddy for the day.
Yeah, let me help you out. Like, you know, hey, like, I'll like sell some stuff for you if you want to get food, whatever. Just having the experience to do that also helps you, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like work, you know, like, you know, shadowing somebody to see how it works. Like, whenever you start a new job, you got to shadow somebody.
You gotta get trained, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta know how to talk, and that's one thing that I definitely think that is a big thing. If you can get fucking dicked around if you don't know what you're doing as a vendor.
Yeah.
Just one thing that's something that I definitely would be a little concerned about.
Just like the potential for scams and stuff.
Potential for scams, fake cards, fake certs on, you know, slabs, knowing how to price your cards, knowing the right apps and right programs, right websites to check different gradings outside of PSA, checking eBay's last solds, things like that. Obviously, as a smaller vendor, you don't have to worry too much about that because most of the stuff is going to be lower end stuff where they're between, like, you know, potentially from like, you know, $50 to $500 to start out. Then eventually,
like, they're not trying to sling you like, you know, a jungle booster box,
right? Like, you're talking about like 50 grand, you know, things like that. I'm like, that's nice, but I got no fucking money for that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's definitely something. Yet. Yeah, but yeah, that's something to consider for anybody like that's doing it. You know, like, I think it's huge thing is you have to have enjoyment out of it to do it. If not, it's gonna be like a job.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, listeners. On those wise words, this has been another episode of Talking Trubbish. We're gonna catch you next time. See you later.